Yeah. So I know I said I was going live at 4, but I'm sitting here, so I might as well go live now. Hi, all. Some of you already know, some of you don't, and none of you are here yet. So, yeah, let's go ahead and move this screen over here. Get rid of that little guy. Got one puppy there sleeping, one puppy there sleeping, and and the big doggo laying down behind me. So I got all three of the puppies out here with me. Hopefully that air conditioner is not creating a problem with the microphone. I really hope not. Cunningham Customs, what's going on, man? Look, you probably don't know what that is, and hopefully the AC is not terrible. Bama Dad, what's going on, man? Hey, so just so you guys know, tonight, I know that I promised filament streams or filament giveaways on Tuesdays. Um, this is going to take a lot of time, a lot of focus. So I think we're going to do the filament giveaway on Thursday this week. I only get one roll of filament I can give away per week from Polymaker. And I know I said Tuesdays would be it, but I think because of how much focus I'm going to have to put into this guy right here, I think we're going to, since I don't have the link down there and I really want to get going on this and I really want to get this thing dialed in, and by dialed in, I mean at least get Klipper installed on it. And then I'll swap the hot end out after. Klipper's kind of like become the big thing for me right now. Because I happen to have at least another E3 V6 or two. Like here's a E3D V6, like a genuine E3D V6 that I plan to swap into this since it has a E3D V6 clone in it. But yeah. So how you guys doing? The two of you that are here, the three of you that are here, one that's not saying anything yet, but Cunningham Customs and Bama Dad, how are you? Say hello. Let's like chat real quick. Nothing much. The under 3 V3KE is on its way back to reality. It seems like something died daily on it. Sorry to hear, man. Sorry to hear. Hello, and don't worry about the filament from Polymaker as I won 2 rolls from 2 other streams recently. Yeah, 3D Medic Vents, not a problem. Not a problem. I really, once I start focusing on this, I don't want to have to remember to do the stream tonight because you guys know how bad my ADHD can get. And I'm starting an hour early. So that should be a sign that maybe my ADHD is like getting the best of me already on this project and I want to get going. Like so much so, in fact, that you can see my Raspberry Pad or my Big Tree Tech Pad 5 sitting here. It's got a CM4 in it with 8 gigs, so it's pretty small to begin with, but I already have this thing is already got Klipper installed on it. So I just need to basically build the file, the firmware file, flash this, and then connect it to that, and then see if everything works like it's supposed to. You got something interesting going on, just printing away on the A1. Oh, you got nothing interesting going on. I see. All right. Well, let me jump over to the right screen here. You can see that Klipper is already up and running on the Pad 5. I've already gone to this link here, which I will go ahead and, well, let's see here. Yep, that's the right one. Let's go ahead and copy this. Not that anybody has one. JPP, what's going on, brother? There is the GitHub link once it actually sends. Sorry, there we go. So there is the GitHub link for the Klipper files that I'm using for this thing. What's going on, Mr. Michael Cassell? For those of you just popping in, some of you may know this printer. And if you don't, it may look different because I took all of the surrounding off of it because it was printed in PLA. PLA and heat just do not get along very well. Comparison of the BTT pad and the Sonic pad eventually. Yes, dude, brother, at some point we will get to that, but yeah. Like I said, today my primary ADHD focus is I want to get Klipper on this thing. And I already found that Big King Rune has already got a article on it that's been out for a couple of years now with links to some Klipper files that somebody put together for him. It's this one that I want. There we go. So anyway, there's all the Klipper files. But now what we need to do is we need to go back to here, scroll down, because here's the steps we need to take. So let's go ahead and bring up we're already remoted into it. And squeeze that down just a little bit more. And the nice part is we can always move this down some. There we go. Now we can do the old copy that, jump back here, paste it there, hit enter, and then copy this. And actually here, there we go. And we'll put this one here. There we go. Now we got them running side by side. And then we'll copy the make menu config, hit enter. Now it comes up. And it's hard for you guys to see, I'm sure. It's very tiny here. On the larger screen, I will try to do that. What's up, Digital Dragon? Good to see you, sir. I hope you're doing well. And I guess I'll jump back again. Some of you may know this, Digital Dragon. I don't know. Yeah, you saw this at Rocky Mountain, but you saw it with all of the plastic around it. Mr. Mitch gave me AAA. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Mitch gave me the King Rune KP3S Pro S1, I believe is what SliceWorks, the SliceWorks variant of the King Rune KP3 was, or the King Rune KP3S variant. But yeah, so Mitch gave me this printer because it's not his style so much. He is more or less the Delta guy. He loves his Deltas, and he said this has just pretty much been sitting since he got home from Rocky Mountain, because he went to open source with a different printer, if I remember it. He brought his CME CNC Delta. So, but yeah, there's some filament stuck on this bed. This is that SliceWorks like dipped plate, so I have to. It was a little close, so I'm gonna have to clean that off. But yeah, so the PLA that was on it, it deformed quite a bit. So Michael Cassell, thank you for reminding everybody to smash the like button. Greatly appreciated. You're working on trying to make a TPU filament profile? Nice. JPP, it's fun to build profiles, isn't it? But anyway, as I was saying, so Mitch, this isn't in his wheelhouse, and I've been, he for whatever reason said, you want it? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, how far away are you from Peoria this last weekend? I said, it's like an hour drive. He said, I'll be up that way. I'll bring it with me. You can come grab it. So I stopped by the QuadCon Comic-Con in the Peoria Civic Center and hung out with Mitch at the BattleBots area because he was doing the streaming or running the stream for him. And yeah, so I hung out with Mitch. We had dinner together, him, my mom, and my niece, because my mom and my niece came along. So I had him, my mom, and my niece, and we hung out with the, it's Semo or Semo, S-E-M-O. If you look them up on Facebook, they are an organization that runs a BattleBots group, and we hung out with all those guys. And yeah, we had some dinner and then came home, and I put the backpack printer on, I wore it around for a little bit, and then I got out here in the plastics. I picked it up off the floor to put it up on this table that I brought in, and the main part across the center here just collapsed down inside of itself. So the warping of the plastic caused the gloop to let loose. So I'm thinking I'm going to do 2020 extrusion all the way around, and then get some polycarbonate or plexi, probably polycarbonate, so that it stays cleaner longer with all the traveling. See if I can get some polycarbonate panels cut up to kind of go all around at least the three sides and something on top. So I'm gonna probably redo that with some 2020 and polycarbonate if I can find somebody to cut me some. So what percent humidity does TPU need to be down to print? Does it need to be under 20% to be like PLA? There's no like PLA with TPU. TPU is its own monster, and you want to get the humidity down as low as you can. Yeah, when you change the printer, if the profiles aren't associated with the new printer when you add it, those profiles won't show up. So if nothing else, load up your slicer twice, one side by side, and just start pulling in the info as you're creating the new profile, and remember to save it. But what I'm gonna do is jump back here because I'm squirreling and I really want to do this. So first things first, we bring it up. We gotta enable low level. And then it says we have the, well, which processor is in this thing? Uh-oh. Gotta find out which processor's in it because I don't remember. I think it's the Robin Nano, MKS Robin Nano board. So turn the power off, disconnect the power, and I have the printer separated from its base. So unplug the USB, unplug the power, and I probably should have cut the filament first because I didn't take it out. So there. Now everything is disconnected and we can bring the printer over, tip it on its side, and let's see if we can see which processor that is. It is the GD32F. So we have to follow the GD32F. And this one is the GD32F 303. So we got to do the GD32F 303 processor. Let's move that back. Try and line this back up as good as we can at the moment. There we go. All right. So we have to enable low level, and then we have to disable the SWD startup. So enable low level. We have to change our processor. Interestingly enough, it tells us we have to do the STM32. So click there. Let's go down to STM32, and it is saying to use the STM32 F103. So we're using the same processor, but we have to disable, oh, for the STM32 F103 clones. So yeah, we have to disable that. And then bootloader, what are our numbers looking like? Bootloader is 28 kilobit. That's currently 8. Set it to 28. Clock crystal stays at 8. Communication, we need to change that to, according to this, we change it to serial or USART3 PB11 and 10. So we change that, and then our communication should be 25 or 250,000 or 250,000. What are we flashing? Is that the firmware configurator? Yeah, that's the firmware configurator to build the firmware for Klipper. So this is what it looks like when people would build Klipper back in the day. This is the OG way of doing things. So this is what it's like. We are currently flashing Klipper, or we're currently getting ready to create a bin file, a firmware bin file for the Robin Nano board that is in the FL Sun, or not the FL Sun, it is the Kingroon KPS3S1 Pro that Sliceworks had that they sent to Mitch 3D that he turned into a backpack and then gave it to me as a backpack. If anybody wants to do me a solid, hit up my link tree and in my wish list, if you could order the first thing you see in there, it's a low voltage relay, cutoff relay. I need the 2-pack because I need 2 of them because there's 2 batteries that run this thing. I don't have them currently, so I have to run it off of 24-volt power. Enclosed, printed enclosed. Better. You can print it open, but print it enclosed. Let's see here. Got that done, that done, that done. Everything is matching. So now we can go ahead and press Q to quit. Press Y for yes. And then now we got to do a make and hit enter. And now it is building the firmware. You can kind of see that behind me there. Let me click on me and I'll move me up this time so you guys can kind of read what's going on down below there. Yeah, like I said, they say enclosed is better, but unenclosed is fine. Either way, TPU, as long as you can get it to print, you're good. And then, of course, there is, if you don't want to use the LCD and turn off cable from motherboard. Not exactly sure what the turn off cable is from the motherboard, but TMC UART pin, King Rune motherboard for advanced users. Here's a couple videos, basic files folder config. Yeah, we've already got all that stuff set up and kind of listed. So all the config files that we needed, I already grabbed those and showed you guys or sent you the link earlier. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay. That part's done. Now we need to copy this script here, which will move the scripts.update.py output clipper.bin to out robin underscore nano.bin. So we'll copy that. Click here, paste it in, hit enter. There we go. So there's that. And then now what we need to do is, there is a Viking. What's up, brother? Hey, I didn't use that song you sent me yet, so don't worry there. At some point, I was playing around with that website after you had sent it, so I was playing around with that and stuff, seeing what I could come up with. But bear with me here a second. I need to do a quick ls to look inside. And then there's our, let's see, so if we do space double dot enter ls, and then I believe it's printer data. So if we do a copy space printer data, config. Whoops. Is there an out folder in there? Am I missing it? Nope, that's where all the actual configs are. Okay. I think it's Klipper. So yeah, I think it's actually printer data Klipper. Yeah, it's, what the hell? Or no, it's under Klipper, that's right. It's copy Klipper out. There we go. Klipper out, and then we named it Robin. And then we want to copy that to bear with me, guys. I'm trying to remember this off the top of my head as I'm going, so bear with me. But I believe it is slash, it's going to be what is it? So it's going to copy from the Klipper out Robin bin. to, then we want to go to render data. What was it? Just printer data? No. Config. Yeah, printer data config. And then we're going to save it as Robin. Whoops, I can't see behind there. Robin. Was it Robin underscore nano dot in, and hit enter. Now, if we go back over here, we should have the Robin nano.bin file. See that right there? It moves it into here, so it's easier to get. Then you can just click on the old box there, or actually you right click on it and go to download. And then I'm just going to save this for right now. Up one more folder in here and hit save. And I'm going to tell it to keep it. And there we go. Now I want to show it in folders so that I can get to it easier. Now what we're going to do is grab the SD card out of this guy. It is currently powered down. We do need to have power to it. We don't want it powered up yet. So power's off, power's in. Let's get this SD card in here and copy that bin file. There we go. Right click on this. Go to copy. G drive. Right click and paste. And then right click, eject. There we go. Take this out, spin around. I got doggos everywhere today, guys. I got all 3 doggos out here with me, so bear with me. SD card in, powered on. Screen has not lit up, so that should be a good sign because that means it's flashing a firmware. And since it's Klipper, it probably won't recognize this little screen anyway. So realistically, the screen will be useless in this instance. Pretty much we just give it a few, let it do its thing. And then now we have to go back and do the USB hunt for it. So let's go back here and see if they actually tell me anything. No. Well, let's do this. Let's go back here and go to dashboard and let's restart firmware and see if they had the right in there. No, bed config does not exist. Yes, it does. Okay, well, let's go here, machine, and bed config is in macros, isn't it? No, bed config is not even in there. Did I not upload the bed config? Well, let's go to upload. Let's go up one. There is no bed config. Well, am I missing a bed config from the other site? Let's go back here. Let's scroll up. Let's click on the Klipper KPS configs. There is a bed config. I apparently didn't download it. Well, we'll download it real quick. Download the raw file. Stick that right in here and save it. Now let's go back here. Let's upload file. Let's go back here, grab the bed, click open. There we go. Come back here, go back to dashboard, restart firmware again. Z offset in section BL touch. So we got to go look at that now. Realistically, we can do this the easy way. Let's go in here to printer real quick. And in each one of these sections, they have everything listed. So since we're not going to be doing an actual BL touch on this right now, we can comment out those. Everything else is listed as it should be. And then we'll have to come back to where our steppers are, which is in the steppers config. So let's go ahead and save and restart. And we'll have to make sure that we set up our end stop there. Let's make this full screen now. And let's zoom in a little bit on the font for you guys' eyes. Let's go back here. That's what we got. Printer is currently, this software is attempting to reconnect. Let's do a quick restart, like a full-on restart. So it is telling me that there is some deprecated stuff on the Klipper screen. So let's go back here, scroll down, let's go to printer. You see the serial number right here, guys, where it says serial number. We're going to go ahead and double check and make sure that that's what it is. And to do that, we're going to do the old Klipper install. Sorry, guys. Can anyone tell me if there's a better internal camera for the Creality K1 than the one that they offer? It's terrible. Nope, the one that the K1 comes with is the one that they have right now. I have one on there. I understand completely. Look. See? There's the K1 camera I've got. It's not the most amazing machine, or I shouldn't say machine, but just the camera. It's just not the greatest. In here, we're going to be looking for LSDev serial by ID exclamation. Copy that. Now we're going to come back here. Click on this guy. It's going to argue with us because we restarted it, I believe, but let's find out. Nope. All right. LSDev serial by ID dash did not work. Okay, so SUDO, reboot, do a full-blown reboot of this thing now, and then we'll see, because I think I did something wrong again, which is really nothing new. Oh, I forgot to do sudo. Oh yeah, gotta sudo that thing. Gotta be an admin to look at that. So you gotta sudo it. Gotta wait for this thing to come back. There it comes. And really, while we're at it, we'll restart the printer while we're at it too, because it only makes sense, right? It is telling me that there's some options that are deprecated now too, so I'll have to, when I get this thing to cooperate properly, we'll have to, go in and fix those things. This stuff is from 2022, so it's a bit dated. But yeah, there's that part. Let's just close that. Come back here. Restart. Real quick, we'll give the firmware a restart to see what happens. While we're waiting, let's get the screen back up here. Put in our super secret Raspberry password. And then do an SUDO space. Right click, enter. Oh, wait a minute. Dev serial by ID is not showing. However, there is another way to do that. You go into Klipper install and upgrade helper. And then in here, we go into 4 in advanced. And then here we want to get the MCU ID, which is number 5, and we hit enter. And then we can tell it to do it by 1 first. We'll try 1. Nothing. Okay. So we'll do 5, enter. We'll tell it to do it by 2, by UART. Oh, you know what? Your boy is an idiot, guys. I plugged the power back in, but I forgot to plug the USB cable back in, so no wonder nothing is talking to itself. It does need USB to talk. So, okay, USB is connected. Now if we do a 5, hit enter, and then do a 1 and hit enter, it still doesn't find it, but that's because if you look back here, we need to restart firmware again. Let's see if it will actually communicate now. Let's see. 5 enter, 1 enter. Nope. Okay. 5 enter, 2 enter. There we go. It does see it, but it's not seeing it correctly in the sense that it sees it as this dev TTY AMA 0. So if we just copy that, come back here, go here, scroll down to here. It's the only device I'll have connected, so we save and restart. Let's see if it sees it. Bearded Bucket, what's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. We are patiently waiting to see if this will now see this. It is the KP, it's the backpack printer from Mitch that he wore at Rocky Mountain. The one for SliceWorks. He gave that to me, so now we're trying to get Klipper installed on it. Make it work. We may have to do a quick reboot on everything now that we just kind of did what we did, but we'll give it a moment to see what happens. Let's cancel that and minimize it. Power. Reboot. Reboot the whole thing again. Chewbacca, we're already knocked it off. The doggos are sitting behind me arguing. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm spacing out, guys. I got into hyper focus and I just want to make this work. So this is what it looks like when I'm working on printers and I don't have a camera on. You guys are kind of seeing that now. So you guys are getting it's kind of a behind the scenes look. I should have just did members only stream tonight. But that would have been mean because then Bama Dad wouldn't be able to hang out and AAA wouldn't be able to hang out. I don't want to be mean like that, you know? Yeah, apparently it doesn't like that. So let's come back here, click OK, click up here on the little computer and go to restart session. Type in Pi, then type in Raspberry. If I could learn how to type. Wait a minute. You to quit. Okay, now let's go back in here. Go back to 4. Get ID, which is 5. DaVinci, good to see you. Coming in custom. Does anyone know how to make a slicer for a custom 3D printer? You had an idea, but the slicer is the only part you don't understand. No, cutting in custom. No, don't try to make your own slicer. Don't do that. There's so many companies doing that. You just want to build a profile in a slicer. So what you're looking at is just how to build a profile. It's not that difficult, and when you get time, we can talk more at the woodshed, unless you can get somebody in the crowd to assist you. But let me see here. Yeah, so it's not seeing it as a USB device. We go back here, we go back to UART, which is kind of how it's connected right now. And it does see it as dev, again, dev TTY AMA 0. So it should work that way, but it's not. Let's do this. Power it off. Take the SD card, which is not in it anyway. Plug this in. Let's see if we have the firmware.cur file on here. And then we'll know that it at least flashed properly, or we think it flashed properly. Yeah, see, we still only have the robin_nano.bin file, which, okay, fine. I don't remember if it always creates the .cur file. Preach! Hey, Ron. Yeah, just don't be somebody who wants to build a custom printer and then build a custom slicer to go with it. Don't do that. Just make a profile for one of the existing slicers. If nothing else, you're only going to piss off a small group of people and not the entire community because they have to use your specific slicer. They'll just build their own slicer profile anyway. So. I am confused by one thing that I did see when I was back here. And it did say, if you don't want to use the LCD and power off cable from motherboard. Well, I don't have the other screen I think that they're referring to, so I wonder if maybe I should have done this one. But either way, let's see if we're getting somewhere. Restart or retry. Retry, restart, printer. Let's see here. Yes, yes it is, sir. It's nice to see companies that are starting to make profiles that are more Slick 3R or Prusa Slicer or Super Slicer or Bamboo Slicer or Orca Slicer, since they all come from the same thing. Interestingly enough, my Klipper screen did not come back. So let's click here, retry, click up here, restart Klipper screen. There we go. Klipper screen came back. However, it's still not flipping connecting. And this is real irritating for me because I want this to work tonight. I did it based on what they said, and it did not work. So the only thing I can do is go back here. I already went through all that. I have the GD. I already double checked. It is the GD F303. I did disable the SWD on startup for the Giga devices. I did set the 28 kilobit bootloader. I did set it to the USART3 PD 11 and 10, and I do have the baud rate set. Basic and advanced, which we have the advanced one, because we have print config, steppers, extruders, fan, thermistor. We have the bed, TMC, all that fun stuff. So let's try copying this script instead. Let's go back in. Yeah, let me come back here. Click here, restart session, log back in, Pi, Raspberry. I don't know what I do every time I type that, but back into Klipper. Do a make clean. Make menu config. And let's double check ourselves one more time. Scroll down. This is what we're looking at. We have enable low level. We have it set to an STM32. Processor is set to the STM32 F10 or F103. We don't have to check that one. Disable this set. Bootloader offset is 28 kilobits. Clock crystal is 8. Communication interface serial set to on US ART3. US ART3 PB1110. Communication is set to the 250,000. Does Klipper override the acceleration in Slicer? What's set in Klipper is what it will max out at. So whatever you have it set to in the firmware is what it will max out at. Pop away. Good to see you. Doggos, quit. You two, stop. Stop. Ay, ay, ay. All right, well, we got that part done, so we can go ahead and queue to quit. And then we can go ahead and do a make and let it make the file again. Starting over with a new firmware, it will we'll copy it out as the other file. Nothing's different, so the only thing I can think is just something with the way the board's reading, that it says to use the update MKS Robin Python out and then tell it to send it out as the Robin 43. So let's go ahead and copy this file, or copy this. Let me move this over, copy this, move it back over here, right click, and hit enter. Now, when we go look in the now we have the Robin underscore nano 43.bin. If we type copy space Robin, and then we do a tilde slash printer data config, enter. Oh, whoops, that was a dumbass move. Robin underscore nano 43.bin. Now hit enter. Now when we come back here, click here, go to machine, and now, of course, set to go to 10 files. Let's go to all. And now you can see we have the Robin Nano 43 bin file. So we'll right click on that, go to download. We'll save that one also. Now we'll copy that one to the SD card. Power off the printer while we're in the middle of that. There we go. Click here, keep it, go to the folder, right click on it, copy it, go to the G drive, right click, paste it, and then we'll delete this one. And right click on the G drive and eject. And just pass by. Pop away. It's all good, man. It's all good. I apologize for my scatterbrain tonight. I'm like in hyper ADHD, want to get this going mode. So I sadly have to admit I'm kind of distant on the chat myself. Okay. Power that up again. Give it a few to kind of run its course. I do have floating around here in one of my containers, I do have a, I have one more pin to probe. So I think we'll also be throwing a pin to probe on there too to help with proby issues later. We can probably even, we can almost squeeze that pin to probe in between the rail and the back of the extruder here. Almost. We may just put it right off to the side here, but I don't know how that heat coming off that hot end will affect it. We're going to be putting an E3DV6 on it because I have a extra E3DV6, like an actual E3DV6. It's pre-used, so it's seasoned, you know. Dan is excited, so the ADHD is kicking in more. Yeah. Really need to switch over to Mobex term. I know you keep telling me to do that because I can do everything from within Mobex. I played around with it for a little bit, but old habits die hard. But now that that's done, let's click back here. Let's go here. Let's right click. Let's do another reboot. We'll give it a minute to reboot and then we'll see. Hey, you two quit. You two are being little snots tonight. Knock it off. Bad doggos. Lay down. Why can't you guys be like Freya? Freya's laying under here sleeping. The tan and white puppy, Freya, she is currently passed out under the desk here. Her little mischievous sister, Rory, on the other hand, is up running around getting into stuff, aren't you? Oh, now you're going to sit down? Now that I call you out and Sissy's sleeping, you're going to sit on Sissy and wake her up? A little butthead, I tell you. Okay, well. There's that. Let's go back in and see if we can find the actual printer now when we do a search. Oh, you know what? I also got to verify that this USB cable is good. So let's try a different USB cable. I have a small bag of them here. I hate to say it, but they send them with the printers, so I wonder if one of these blue ones will give me a little better result. I think that might be the problem I was having. If that's the case, I'm going to throw this cable away, but let's just see if maybe it was the issue with the cable more so than anything. These blue ones are too short. I need a quality, good, longer cable. Okay, move this over here. Let's run this out the side instead. There we go. Plug this in here. Okay. Let's go back here, restart firmware. Would have been nice to just be like, restart firmware and it works. Well, let's restart. Wonder if me unplugging it just pissed it off like that, which would be irritating as all get out. So we'll just reboot the whole dadgum thing again. My hope is once I get this thing set up and running, obviously it's got to connect, and since the CM4 is in the screen, Lightspeed, what's going on, man? It is a KP, it's the KP3S1 Pro that Sliceworks had out. They sent one to Mitch. He turned it into a backpack printer and then gave it to me. So currently it is mine. So I'm trying to get it clipperized and then get it up and running. And I got to get some parts. There's a in my wish list. If nobody's ordered it yet, in my wish list, if you go to my link tree and click on my wish list, there's a part that I need, or it's a 2-pack. I need both of them for the batteries for this thing. It's like $13. So, if somebody wants to send me $13, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo down below, and then I'll order it that way. It's plus some tax, of course. So it's like 12 and some change, but then there's like a coupon and whatever. So if anybody wants to help out, click one of the links down below and I'll get the parts ordered. Otherwise, right now I'm gonna jump back in here, click here, restart. See if I got the password right this time, first time. Don't think so. Nope. There we go. I don't know why I have to keep typing it twice, but anyway, yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm just trying to get Klipper up and running on this thing right now, and it's being a bit of a stubborn ass. Here. I followed their directions on the website, and that got me pretty much nowhere. So, we're just going to wing this till we get this, unless somebody finds something I'm missing. If I go into UART mode, it still sees it as TTY AMA 0. Anybody want to help me out here with why when I copy that? Because it sees it as a UART device, not as a USB device. Hey, Zachary, what's up, bud? How you doing, good sir? 5 enter, 1 enter, and yeah, USB it does not see it that way. All right, Thorpe. Well, I'm glad you're here so I can start. I'm probably going to end up ending the stream early because I'm actually doing this while I'm dead ass tired. The storm's coming through yesterday. I didn't get much sleep, so I'm kind of tired. I probably shouldn't be doing this because I'm tired, but that's okay. Let's do something real quick here. Let's look up KP3S Klipper. Yeah, see, because they've got a, prepping for Klipper. Please note the tutorial only applies to that with the STM03 and the 303 main boards. Klipper on the, yeah, I don't have that one, so. And they, of course, use fluid when they set theirs up, but let's see here. Flash Fluid Pi. I'm not going to do that. I've already got something up and running. Octopi. Scroll down to the bottom, gear icon. Prepping the Klipper firmware. I've already done this. Anyway. Let's see. Windows user CD, make config, which we did. Enable low level, which we did. Set the bootloader to that. Set your microprocessor to 32. US ART PB1011. Ah, there we go. We're missing this part because that wasn't in my instructions. I bet you that's probably part of where it's at. Press enter, then type Q to quit. So let's add these guys in real quick, reflash that firmware, and start again. So let's do B for back, Q to quit. Go up, go up, go up, go up, go up, go up. We want to CD into Klipper, and then we want to do a make clean to get rid of the old one. And then we want to do a make menu config. And then we can't really copy that and then paste it in, so I don't know why I did that, but come down here and we want to put in, I don't remember, do I need the quotes, guys? Does anybody remember? Lost power yesterday 4 times? Yeah, that sucks, brother. I'm glad you're okay, though. Does anybody remember, do I have to put the exclamation or the quote marks, the quotes in? So do I have to do it as quote exclamation 1 or exclamation PC 6 comma exclamation PD 13 quotes. I think I do. I think I do have to enter it with the quotes. No quotes, says Bearded Bucket. All right. What is it doing here? Come on. Up, down, press enter. So we want to do exclamation PC6, comma, exclamation P. Whoa. What was it? Exclamation PD13. P13 and hit enter. There we go. You would think no quats. Quates. Say no quates. Got it, Thor. No quates. I should have been able to right click and paste. Well, it's in there, so I'm not going to worry about it. It is in there as I see it. Exclamation PC6, exclamation PD13, exclamation PC6, exclamation PD13. It's in there. All right. Once we do that, it then says to do a Q to quit, yes for, or Y, or press enter for yes. Then we have to run the script. And then, of course, they want me to copy that out into the fluid directory, which we're not going to do because we're not doing fluid. We're doing mainsail, which is fine. So let's go ahead and come back here. I'm going to hit, now we're going to hit Q to quit, and then Y for yes. And then now we're going to go ahead and do the make command so we can make this file. Let's power down. Pull out the US or the SD card. Put the SD card in. Plug the SD card in. What's up, Martin? How's Martin today? Is Martin good? Got to remember to roll them R's, guys. Martin. All right. That part is now done. Now it says to run the script. So we'll copy the script here. And then we'll paste it in and hit enter. It says script, no such directory. So it doesn't see, oh, because it's looking in scripts. And where was it in the other one? Did it work? Doggo knocked something over, scared doggo self. Ah, it's dip/ script. Let's just do this real quick. We'll copy that one. Come back here. Actually, let's bring this one up first, and then we'll come back here. Now we'll paste this in. And yeah, see, because it should have been dip/. Dot means dip. And we're going to do the update Python out bin Rabanano, and then it just should go to the out Klipper bin out Rabanano. So yeah, that should work too. So there we go. Now we're going to go up because I'm lazy. And we're going to find my original copy script that I did. There we go. Now we're going to go ahead and copy that out. Cannot, no such directory. Oh, yeah. Go up and then come back. No such file or directory. Yeah, no shit, no such file or directory there because, oh. Duh. There we go. Put it in the right place, Dan. Now when we come back here, we should find the Robin_nano bin that was done at 450, which is right now. So right click on that, download the file, I'm going to save it straight to the SD card because I know I have it in there. Now we're going to tell it to keep. And let's go to that directory so we can delete this one. Yes. And rename this one. All right. Chewbacca, stop pushing her down, dude. Quit trying to be mean to her. She's just standing there talking to me. Knock it off. My male dog likes to nose the black female pup. Likes to nose her to kind of get her to listen. It's kind of a jerk like that. See, the dryer says 19% now. Should be good. What printer are we adding Klipper to? We're adding Klipper to a Kingroon KP3S1 Pro from Sliceworks. It's a variation of the Kingroon printer that they had out at the time that Sliceworks asked them to make some changes on for them so they could have their own variation. All right. It is currently flashing, or it's in the process of flashing, so we'll let it run for a few here. And stop it, mister. Leave her be. You, come here. Come here, Roy. Come on. Come here. Oh! Trying to pick her big butt up. These puppies are getting big, guys. At the moment, just testing calibration prints and setting up the TPU profile. Yep. Here. Uh-oh. Daughter's calling. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. Just letting me know how things went. Oddly enough, the last prints I did were cell phone cases for me and the missus, similar to mine. Oh, well, thank you, JPP. Yeah, I got mine from Rocky Mountain. That when I did the thing for Joel, it was one of those. They sent me the thing. I got the case in a little while back. What's the matter, baby? You want down, don't you? You want down? You want down? She just gives me the eyes. It's like, oh, oh, my baby. All you need to do is pet a dog. You'll feel better. Huh? You want down? You want down? Here, get down. There you go. All right. Well, let's see what happens when we reboot now. It should have had more than enough time to, you know, flashy do its thing. So really, when I made the firmware, that really should be the only thing, is making the firmware, and then I'll probably have to re-scan to see if it still shows up as the same device when I look. Which, let's go back to their firmware setup now and see what they say. We already copied the bin file. I don't need to worry about that part. Flashing the firmware. Put the SD card in it, turn it on. The printer should start to flash once you see 100%, which I did not. I don't see anything on the screen. So anyway, my screen didn't show me anything. come to the blogs. Anyway, then we go in, and now it says to do the CD Klipper. And then we do the ls dev by ID. So we'll try that and see if we actually get something this time. So we'll click here. We'll go to restart session. Okay, guys, can I get it this time? Oh, I got it on the first try this time. Yay! Let's CD into Klipper. And then let's just take the old ls dev serial by ID, hit copy. Let's see if we find it this time. No, surprise. Anybody want to help me figure out? Oh, wait. Try a sudo. And we'll just see if doing a sudo will work. Nope, sudo doesn't work either. So it's not seeing it that way, guys. Maybe it is the USB cable again. I doubt it, but I doubt it was the USB cable the first time. But, you know, anybody have a thought? Thorpe, Aaron, any other Klipper gurus in the bunch that could give me a suggestion as to why it doesn't see the ls dev or the dev cannot access the dev serial ID, no such file or directory. Why is it not? Why is it telling me there's no such file or directory, guys? Dan had for the gumbo. Snowball cup across the street. Nice. You should do something like that, man. You print them a couple, bring them over, and then tell them if they want more. Boom, money. Let's see something here. Oh, look, it's the Team FDM. What do we got here? Chewbacca, stop. Doop, doop, doop. I don't see anything in the description of that one that talks about it. I think it's rentanrv.com is a place you can look, because yeah, it would be fun. Okay, that didn't help me. Try the fix described in this thread and see if that solves your problem. Click here. Think depend on the flavor of Raspbian. Okay, so I tested that. Ran main sale distro. There's nothing in this link that it sends me to here that says anything. Let me go back. A little higher here, I guess, huh? Okay, wait, what do we got here? Several times, fried the DFU flash, octopus, da-da-da. Still no da-da-da, other than, let's see, holder pie, reflash, flash FI, DFU mode. First, put a boot jumper in place. Not gonna spend all the time. Try copy and paste, or copy, paste that, Dan. Copy and paste what? The ls command? This right here, which I just did. Let's see here. Hey, Jose, how you doing? Hope you're doing well, man. No, okay, well then what are we talking about? We're talking about the link on the site. Right-click, copy and paste that way. What you typed. Where did you type something, Thorpe? Going back, I don't see that you typed anything. Are you talking about in Discord? Did you send it to me in Discord? Because I don't have Discord open. Give me a minute to reload Discord. Power went out, so I lost my PC. I didn't reload Discord. There. Let's go back here for a minute. Yeah, you DM'd me in Discord. Okay. Once it loads and it tells me you did, there we go. No, close that. I didn't mean to click on the actual link in it. I want to go back to Discord. Move this over here. Right click, copy. Let's come back here. And then let's go back in here. Let's take all that out. And paste that in. Hit enter. Okay. I did that now, Thorpe. Are you proud of me, Thorpe? I did that. Did you see that? I did that. And I got Discord up now, so if you send me something else, I'll see it. And yes, I know, JPP, I know you sent me stuff on Discord, and I will get there, sir, but, you know. Okay. Now let's go up, up, and let's try it again. That did not work. Do I need to reboot? Should I try a sudo reboot? Now try the serial command. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute, because I just did that. You saw me, so. Thank you, Aaron. At least somebody tells me they're proud of me. Yeah. Still no such file or directory. You can. Yeah, it didn't work either way. Let's try a reboot. Just to see if that helps. It doesn't hurt to try. I know I did an apt update and an apt upgrade before I even started all this tonight, so it should be updated to the latest and greatest. I know. That's why I feel a little better about myself right now, Thorpe, because somebody told me and not you. Hee hee. Restart. Hi. Raspberry. Hey, we got it on the first try. Nothing. Dan was a better roommate at Murph than a raccoon. See? See? So it still didn't work, Thorpe. with a hamper. You want me to hit it with a hamper? I get the same thing this guy does here, where I get this TTY ACA 0, not AM, or is it AMA 0? Because when we go back in here, we click here and go up. And we go into, whoops, 4 for advanced, 5 for get ID, 1 for USB, comes back with nothing. We do 5, and then we do 2, we get AMA 0. And then when I copy that and put it in there, what am I using for a host? It's a CM4 running Raspbian. And then I just used the install upgrade helper to install everything. Klipper, mainsail, Moonraker, all that stuff. So the host is a CM4. And it's connected to the Big Tree Tech Pad 5. So it's connected to a Big Tree Tech Pad 5 for the screen and the devices. And when I copy this part right here, oh, you know what? Let's copy that. Let's go back here. Let's try again. And then let's go to printer config. Scroll down. We have it in his dev device /TTY AMA 0, which is what it just gave me. So that's in there. Let's look through all these other connected flipping config files and see if maybe something's in somewhere else too. But still, right. Restart method, set command. There's all that. Save and restart. We have adaptive mesh and the BL Touch not even on right now. Discord DM. All right, back to Discord. Let's look at Bearded Bucket. Right click, copy. Come back here. Let's get out of this now. So B for back, Q to quit, and right click to paste. No buggy UDEV found. Does it do anything if I comment out the baud rate? Good question. Let's try that real quick. Well, let's see here real quick. Hold on. Yep, still no such directory when I try that, after I tried that. Let's go into the printer config, scroll down. Let's see if we just get rid of the baud rate real quick. Save and restart. Because realistically, the baud rate is kind of unimportant. Nothing there, but it still didn't see it. Didn't see the USB devices, which it sees it as a AMA. It sees it as a TTY. So, if anybody else has any thoughts, please let me know. I can try a quick reboot again since it's not coming up. So, reboot host again. This is why I enjoy doing this stuff like this, because then you guys help keep me motivated, because realistically, I probably would have just went in the house and said the heck with it for the rest of the night. It's rebooting. I don't know if you can see it over my shoulder there. The screen's right here, so you can kind of see it flickering and flashing stuff. Okay. Pad 5, now local. bad cable. It's kind of what I'm wondering. It sees a TTY device, but that could very well be even the screen that it's seeing like that. This is another cable, but let's try this one real quick. Another shitty blue cable, because all I really have is shitty blue cables. The good stuff I don't have. Let's see. Plug that in. Actually, here's a good way to find out. Now that I think about it, I don't have the printer plugged in. So let's go here. Click on this. Go to restart. Let's see if it's the screen that it's seeing with that TTY. Mrs. Lee Marie 3D. How we doing, Keela? How are you, dear? Hope you're doing well. I'm going crazy. Pi, Raspberry, super secret password and all. Go back in here. Go to 4 for advanced. Go to 5 for get ID. Go to 2 for UART. And yeah, see, it still sees it without the printer connected. So that TTY AMA 0 is the screen, not the rest, or is not the printer. So it's the Big Tree Tech Pad 5. So get rid of that. Now let's go to 5 again. Let's go to 1 again. Still does not find anything. Growl. Huh. I don't have anything else to test this cable on right now either. Doggo, you're under my foot. A couple of USB cables fell on the floor, but none of them are the ones I need. All these USB cables. Default has USB disabled, if I remember correctly. Did you enable them? They should have been. Now you got me wanting to go look and see, because I did have this connected to other devices. So hold on. Let me try one more thing and then we'll snoop on that. Oh, you guys know what? I'm a total freaking idiot. This whole time, the printer's been unplugged. So your boy is a total moron and forgot to plug in the printer even, so it couldn't flash the firmware anyway. Hey, guess what? Printer won't flash firmware if the printer is not plugged in. Boy, do I feel a bit sheepish. Feel a bit dumb, a little stupid. Feel kind of like a moron. Told you guys I'm tired. I shouldn't be doing this stuff right now. What's the matter, baby? Did I step on your fur? Oh, I'm sorry. I stepped on your furry little tail. Come here. Come here. Come back up here. Get some love. She has the saddest eyes, like, all the time. Basic troubleshooting steps. Yes, yes, we did. But look at this. Look at these eyes. See? She's a sad puppy. Take a minute and cuddle my pup. You guys just have to wait a minute. I'm sorry. Puppy cuddles are important. You want down? All right. You want down? What's the matter, baby? All right. Yes, this one is Rory. Or Princess Cupcake Sparkles, as my wife calls her. Okay, let's go back here now. And just for giggles, let's quit typing a bunch of random crap. Let's do a 5. And then let's do a 1. Hey, we got something. Holy shit. Look at that. It's amazing what happens when you actually turn on the printer. Now that we've copied that, let's go back here. Let's go back into the printer config. Let's not try to connect to the screen. And let's save and restart. She looks almost identical to your dog. Well, Zachary, see us great minds all think alike, right? Right? Let's see. Let's go back here. Cross our freaking fingers that something happens here momentarily that will make me happy. Retry. Retry. Let's restart host. We're restarting the host. Good thing you didn't call it quits. Yeah, it's one of those. I just happened to look down when I went to unplug that cable. As I looked down, I saw the plug sitting there, and I'm like, I've been turning on and off this power supply that's connected to this printer, and I didn't even think, hey, stupid, listen, the fan's not spinning. There's no noise coming from the unit. All right, try again. Hey, we got stuff. Yes. There is some deprecated stuff we're going to have to take care of. Nice part is I can show you guys these crazy things here. Like, look, for instance, it says received, expected. So all we've got to do is copy this piece right here. Go to copy. And then modify the virtual section, config. Basically, you want to just take this piece of code right here at the very bottom, right click, copy. And it says this is in your Klipper config. So we'll go here to machine. And I believe that part is under the mainsail. Or is it under Moonraker config? No, Moonraker config is where the Clippy address part is. So then is it under mainsail config? Scroll down right there. And we're going to just Control V, paste that in there. And oh, it's going to tell me that it's a read-only file. Son of a biscuit. All right, well, there's a way around that, guys. You just copy this whole freaking thing. And then you just do a Control C, because it should have the part I just pasted in there. I could just go change the settings on it, but I don't want to. Check the box, delete the file, delete mainsail config. Now we're going to create a new file, call it mainsail.cfg. Oh, it's telling me it already exists. What was the I'll mess with that part in a minute. Let me right click, reload the page. Let's see if it's actually still in there. It is. Okay. I'll mess with that in a minute. Wait, could you use a Pad 5 to control all your printers? Yes, Zachary, you could, sir. Chris Riley did a video a little while back on how to set up a Pad 5 to basically run as a control, basically a controller. So there's that. But let's do something real quick. Now that we have it up and running, let's just do this real quick. Ready? We're going to play a game of Home All. Let me go to this one so you guys can see it a little better. Oh! You dope. Quit laying right under the chair. Why would you lay right behind Daddy's chair, you weirdo? I rolled back and I caught his fur. I didn't actually catch him, just his fur. I pulled on his tail. Oh, weirdo. All right, well, he's fine. Let's hit home all. And should we YOLO and hit home all? Let's hit home all. Oh, look. Homing failed due to printer shutdown. Oh, printer shutdown. This says 2225s in it, which should be similar to the 2208s. Let's restart firmware. Part of the problem is also because I forgot, now that I think about it, I forgot that I don't have a ZN. I don't have the probe connected for Z. I'm running off the ZN stop. So we got to go in here. We got to go into TMC config. And in TMC config, we got X, Y. Nope. Z is using a pin. Oh, wait, we want the end stops, which should be located under stepper. There we go. X, Y, and Z. Nope, Z is not. Okay, disable to use. Yeah, no, see, we are using that end stop. So we're good. Or, yeah, we're using a Z end stop. We're not using a virtual end stop. So let's close that. Let's go back here. Let's see. Home X. Okay, and then it freaked out. Printer shutting down. Unable to read TMC UART stepper X. So, anyone with a suggestion? Let's restart firmware real quick. It's making a beep now when it reboots. So there's another step in the right direction. I'm going to fix something. I'm tired of seeing it on the screen. Option max underscore Excel to D cell and section printer is deprecated. So let's go back here. Let's go to printer and then look up our max Excel D cell. I don't see a max Excel D cell. That would be under steppers. There is no max Excel D cell. No giveaway today, Thorpe. Sorry, we're going to do that on Thursday. So I only get one roll a week, so we're going to do it on Thursday this week because I got too hyper-focused on this and wasn't paying attention and knew I was going to pay more attention to this than getting a giveaway set up. So Thursday, we're giving away a roll of filament from Polymaker. Do that all the time. You have to check anytime you move the chair. Yeah, bearded bucket, that's usually what I do, but usually he's the only dog out here with me, and I saw fur under there, and I know that it's the girls, but my brain had a moment. So it's funny because the girls are laying on the pillow. He's laying on the concrete behind them, or behind me. So tell me these female pups don't have him whipped. Because I'm kind of thinking they do. And section printer is deprecated. So let's just copy this part real quick. Right click copy. It says it's in the printer. Let's look here. Let's do a control F to find. Do a control V to paste. Oh, there it is. It's right here under printer. I'm completely a moron. All right, well, don't mind me. I'm just dumb. Save and restart, and then that'll go away. Yeah, Jose, I got pretty lucky with Polymaker. In case you haven't noticed, there's what was it again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 18 boxes of filament up there for the giveaway for the printers. So as I build these things up and get them done, yeah. So now the only thing that's left is to... Anybody remember in Klipper or in Linux how to change a readable file to a read-write file? What's the command I need? I forget. Because I'm just going to make the damn mainsail config file writable again. And I don't remember how to do that off the top of my head. Usually I have to Google it. So if anybody wants to throw it in chat or message it to me on Discord, greatly appreciated. Raspberry. And then let's do a quick ls. We want to do cd space printer data ls. Then we want to go into the cd into the config folder, do another ls and look. And then there's our mainsail.cfg, chmod. But what's the chmod? How long will you be on? Jeremy will be doing 3 live streams this week. Remember, or members only tonight. Friday is trivia night. And then including the V0 frame kit with include the King Room on Saturday. Keela, I will be streaming probably for another half hour, maybe most. Whether I get this thing done or not. Y'all starting 30 minutes or an hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, when are you guys starting? That's when I'll end. When are you guys starting? chmod space main sail dot cfg. But I know there's something else I got to put in there. Here. Linux making a file chmod 664. Hey, Ron, thank you, brother. I was just going to look up and see what the hell it was I had to do. At 8 Eastern, which is 7, so in an hour and a half. Okay, so I'll be done in an hour and a half. 664, and then tell it to file. Oh wait, nope, scratch that. 665 or 655, or yeah, 655. Mainsail CFG. There we go. Now let's do an ls in there. Oh well, it doesn't say the file is, it's blue. Let's see if when we go back here now, right click, reload, let it reload the page, and then let's click on it. Still says read only, Ron. Isn't it 777 for full access? Let's create a file, named it. Yeah, because I was going to say that was the other thought was I'll just do this. I'll just do a, here, we'll leave it. It'll be fine. Let's do a sudo, how do I delete it? Wait, oh, 7 is executable. Yeah, 777 is full access. Let's just try something real quick here. Let's just, for shits and giggles, I want full access to the file. So let's God mode that thing, because that's what 777 is all about. It's blue because it's a symbolic link. Okay. Let me just see if that did give me access to anything. If it did, great. If not, well, then we'll just have to make a new file. Uh-oh. The file has since disappeared. Oh, wait, there it is. Yeah, still only read-only. So we're going to just do this. We're just going to copy the entire contents of this damn folder. Copy. Close that. Come back here. Isn't it DEL for delete? It's not delete. What is it? Remove, right? RM. There we go. Yep, it's gone. Okay. Now we can create a new one. New file. Not upload. New file. Haha. Mainsail.cfg. Enter. Click on it. Right click. Paste the contents. Uh-oh. Did we just break ourselves? There we go. All right. Save and restart. Now we have a new mainsail. Now we can go fix that broken part that was in mainsail that we needed to fix. It's not telling me it's broken this time now that I did that. Look at that. Weird, isn't it? Okay. Anyway, let's try home Y. Yep, they're all going to break now because I got to figure out the steppers. I got to figure out... Helps if I show you guys what I'm working on. Nobody said nothing, so I didn't even think of it. And if you did, I didn't see it, so my bad. My bad. Haha. You're trying to find the energy? Yeah, me too. Anyone have a recommendation here? Google? I know. We'll Google. These are 2225s, guys, so if UART's not a thing, then that's my issue, I'm sure. Which would be weird to me because I'm using the config file they told me to use, and because it tells you to go to this guy's file, which is where I went, and I didn't download the entire zip because, well, I didn't think that I necessarily needed to. Make script, run rules, server. Yeah. KPS bundle is in this lovely folder here. There's the KP3S Pro. I don't have a Pro. I mean, it says it's a Pro S1, so who knows? I'm supposed to be Thorpe. Let's try going to a good old Google Drive and let's see in the Klipper configs. Normal. And let's look at the TMC here. See, it says 2209s, and this does not have 2209s. It's got 2225s. So let's look at this one. Go into the config, normal, TMC config, 2209s. Again, 2209s. I don't have 2209s in this. They are 2225s. We verified that when I played around with it the other night in Discord. It is 2225 steppers. So realistically, go to machine, go to TMC. I guess there isn't necessarily a UART pin, so if I don't know. 2225s are just 2208s hard-coded with stealth chop silent enabled. Yes. So, and these were all set to 2208s. I wonder if it's basically all this unnecessary stuff here. Like, is this stuff all necessary? The driver underscore TBL2, TOFF3, HN3. Like, is all this required underneath? Is that maybe what's causing this issue? Let's go back. It's messed up that all of their stuff is saying for the 2209s, but yet they sold this printer with 2225s. You know what I mean? So you would think that one of these config files that they have that they're talking about here would have something for the 2225s. Just throwing that out there. Let me look in the, let's go back to here. Let's look in the Klipper configs. And let's look in 3D Touch and printer config. Max Excel, there's that. Beep. There's your stepper. TMC section is still 2209. Let me try something. That's on X. Let's highlight all this and hit Control slash. In case you guys didn't know that, if you highlight an entire section, hit Control and the forward slash, or is it backslash? The one with the question mark. The one on question mark on my keyboard. If you hit those two together when you highlight a whole section, it'll comment that out. Let me just see something here. Let's see if this thing freaks out or if it works like that. Now let's see here. That was for X. So, nope, still freaks it the fuck out. So. Wonderful. King Rune AP3S. Okay. Oh, look, this guy used the Sonic pad. Swapped out 2010 replaced. After some fern digging, Facebook problems. YouTube video. Whose video is it? UART mode switching. You want me to solder on the board here to be able to use UART? Is that even the same damn board I got? I don't know. I'm hoping so, Da Vinci. I really am. I mean, there's not much on, like, this is a KP3S. Like, it would be a variation of the V whatever, but it's the Pro S1. So when I do a KP3S, was it? It's KP3. What was it? It was the KP3S1 Pro. Or was it the KP3 Pro S1? It was the one that Sliceworks sold. Yeah, so Pro S1. But see, the thing is this one doesn't have, this one has a single rail, not the dual rails. And it doesn't have the linear rail there either. So I'm really confused. Let's go back here. Let's go to 3D printers. And that's the only one they offer on their site. Now, when I go to Kingroon's site, now I want to go to Kingroon's actual site, you dick bags. Come on, I have it open right there. What was I thinking? Anyway, go to 3D printers. If you look at the KP3S or KP3S3, that's what it looks like. External power supply with the rails only on X and Y, nothing on Z. And it tells you right here that it uses the TMC 2225 steppers. So I'm assuming it's this printer. Because everything that I see here is what I have there, except for the end stop switches are a little different, but Contains common pin maps for the Kingroon, which can be modified. Let's take a look at this real quick. Because I'll just steal this biscuit-eating printer config and comment out a bunch of stuff if otherwise. Static digital display output reset. And that's got the pin in there for that too. The only thing I'm noticing though is it doesn't say anything about the actual steppers. Hey, Ron, you have fun, good sir. That's not the pro. No kidding. I'm just saying, Thorpe. Silly guy. Go back to configs for a minute. Scroll down to the printers. And let's go down to Kingroon and see what options we have. Just the KP3S. Yeah, let's just see something here. Compile, do that, low level. Yep, that's how I got it set up. Yep, we did that. We did that. Yep. All right. So, just out of curiosity, let's go back here for a second. Let's go back here for a second. Let's go right here for a second. Let's close that for a minute. Let's right click, rename. Rename it as printer.old. Let's come up here, create a new file, printer.cfg. Let's go here. Let's just copy this guy real quick. Control C. Control V. Save and restart. Oh, of course, because it doesn't know to look at the main sale.config because I didn't add that in there. So let's go in here. Okay. Now let's go back in here. Actually, just for giggles. Hey! Wrong direction, but... Wrong direction, but it did go. So we just got to invert a direction real quick. All right, printer. Diag pin is inverted. Let's put that back. Oh, I wanted to change one more thing while I was in there. Damn it, I had to reboot anyway. Anyway, all right, now let's see. Okay, and I already know that Z is moving in the wrong direction. Let's see if Y does too. Okay. All the pins, all the directions are inverted. So there we go. Come back here. Restart firmware. Hey, at least we're moving in the right direction. It looks like the TMC file is not necessary considering it's not using anything with TMC. So there's that. Take that out. And then Z is moving the wrong way, so flip that. And then let's go up here, enter, include macros, or macros.cfg. So we'll put the macro files back in there. Oh yeah, no, it's on. Oh, that's right, we freaked it out. So let's do an actual reboot. Um, they're 2208s, so it's going to be a twisty. I'm going to have to read the voltage on them and actually manually change the voltage. I could replace them with 2209s, guys. I have enough 2209s here. I can just swap them and then go back to the other file. So I could throw some 2209s on there, but the diag pin on the 2209s won't work on that board because that board doesn't have access for the diag pin. Because it's yeah. Oh, okay. So it's not macros. It's just macros to folder, not macros.cfg. Whoops. Danny Boy's a dum-dum. Oh, it's because it's a folder, and my dumbass didn't put the slash in there for folder. So I'm a moron. I think that's what I got to do, right? We'll find out if I'm right or wrong. Must have been right. Okay. Now that I think I have everything moving in the right direction, up, click, and back, click. Oh yeah. Not sure why. Let's go look at the printer config and see what's up with that. Safe homing, that's why. We don't need the safe homing section, at least not right now. So we can do a boom, get rid of safe homing because we don't need it. We just need to home Z to its normal place. Position end stop 0.5. Max. Oh yeah, it's slash config. You're right. Star config. Sorry there. My brain hurts. Star dot CFG. Now save and restart. That way it includes all the macros when it does its thing. Reboot because it got mad at me because I powered it off. Just pull a print off the bed that's bigger than your head. Yeah, because you been making massive prints, man. You got that awesome fucking setup you're doing. Oh, there we go. Now if we go back to dashboard and scroll down, we only have 2 macros, but we have our macros. Now let's home all again. Okay. Everything homed. Okay, Klipper's working. Let's measure that and make sure it's actually moving 25 mils. We're at 65, so we should be at 90 when we're done. So let's move 25 more. What did it catch on? Uh-oh. Okay. Let's home Z real quick. That's a big one. Fun fact. The dreadnought is 52 inches long. Damn. Okay. Well, we are now homed. We'll measure it and then we'll have it jump up. Measuring in at 16 millimeters. Up 25. So 16, add 5 is 21, add 20 is 41. There we go. It's at 41. So there we go. So that moved. Now let's measure this guy. $158. It's at 158. Now we're going to move it 100 on Y. Oh, I got to home Y first. Let's home it first. Now let's double check. Yep, 158. Now we'll move it 100 and we should be at 58. Oh. Oops. I was measuring Y for X. I'm an idiot. Yep. 158. Now we'll move at 100. Hey, we're at 58. Yay. So let's move Y. $97. That didn't work the way I wanted it to, so let's move it back to 100. Hits the switch. $47, yay! So the steps are correct. That's good. Let's heat up the hot end real quick and then squirt some filament. See if the hot end heats up. And it is. Look at that. Hot end's heating up. Move myself down out of your way there so you can see the temp. What printer is that? Radio. It is a Kingroom KP3SV3 is the best of my knowledge. It was the backpack printer that Mitch wore to Rocky Mountain, and he gifted it to me. So I am trying to get Klipper installed on it. And then once I have Klipper up and running on it, then we're going to get the backpack printer rebuilt, or the backpack portion of it rebuilt. I'm probably going to use 2020 extrusion all the way around and then see if I can find somebody who can do polycarbonate panels for me at a free to reasonable or free with advertising or whatever. You know. The groggy fogginess is getting today, and yes, it is, JPP. I am burnt out. It was a rough night last night with the storms rolling through. I didn't get much sleep. I had to work all day, came home, and then started doing something that's a little brain taxing, and boy, was I doing a lot of stupid stuff, like forgetting to plug the printer in. Can't flash firmware and get the printer up and running if you don't, you know. But we are currently up to temp. So let's go ahead and we're going to tell it to retract first and see. It is actually retracting. Wow. Grr. 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 Well, that broke off, but that's fine. Okay. Let's extrude another 50 through. Now let's actually measure it and see if we get 50 through. I probably should have took this off, but that's okay. We'll just tuck that back out of the way. Let's measure it. We'll do 100. Let me get a sticker. This trick I learned from Digital Dragon. I'm sure somebody else probably did it before him, but it's the trick I learned from Digital Dragon. It's the trick I'm doing. So, take a piece of tape or something sticky. Mark it right at where you want it to be. So in this case, we want to go 110. Oops. Set it at 110. We'll tell it to extrude 100. There. Now let's tell it to extrude 100. So extrude and extrude. Now we're extruding 100. Let's see if we get 100. There should be 10 mil gap between the tape and the top of the extruded. It's going to be pretty damn close. It is off by 1, 2, let's see, there's 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's off by 3 millimeters. 3 millimeters off. You puppies want to go back outside, huh? We're almost done, and then you babies can go out. Just hang in there. A little bit longer. We're just going to do some quick E-step calibration on the extruder there, Tubester. What? Oh, you two are arguing. You guys aren't, you don't want to go out. You guys are just yapping at each other. The dogs are just talking to each other. Here I was thinking they were arguing or need to go out. No, just wanted to talk. He's wanting her to play. She's wanting to just sit there and stare at him. Get our sticker on. Now let's go to our E-step calibration tool. Go back here, 3D printing. Scroll down to the bottom of my list of everything and find my rotational distance calculator. Previous rotational distance. Good question. Let's go here, printer, configure. Oh, you know what? There we go. Rotational distance for the extruder. Geared 3:1. Rotational distance is 23.244. Copy. Go here. Boom. Boom. Actual extruded distance was 97. Requested was 100. And calculate. 22,54668. Copy. Back here. For the sake of my sanity, let's comment that out so we still have it. Control V space. There we go. Save and restart. Go back to the dashboard. $220. Measure it out. Okay, tape is on. We're up to temp already. So let's go ahead and extrude twice. 1, 2. There we go. It's funny that I'm calibrating the E-steps right now, because I'm going to put the other real E3D V6 hot end on there. So, hey, there we go. Yay. All right. Okay, guys, E-steps are all calibrated up. Let's go into Orca Slicer. Get Orca Slicer loaded up. Oh, I got to do some calibration shit on here still, don't I? There's still a lot to do, so we're not going to do that now. We'll entertain the idea of doing it later, because I've been going for a little over 2 hours, guys. let's just do this real quick. We're going to click on this guy here. We're going to tell it to connect to pad5.local, at least for right now, until I change its name to Mitch. Connected properly. Click OK. Click OK. Let's get smart. Let's click on this. We're going to rename this. Save it. And we're going to save it as Mitch 3D. We'll save it as Mitch 3D. There we go. Now we hit the drop down, go to copy, hit the little dash mark, and delete the old one. There we go. It's Mitch 3D, buddy. Oh, while we're in here, let's make that Klipper now. Structure is, we're going to leave that part alone, undefined. G-code, we're going to change that now to take out all of that. Oh, it's going to yell at me. Hold on a second. Discard. Copy this. Now we'll go back to Mitch. And Control V, paste that in. I believe I have it set to start_print, but we'll find out. And then this should just be end_print. And then save it again. Save. There we go. Now we can actually close this. Go back to device now. Click on print machine. Let's scroll into the macros. And in here we have this one, which says print_start. And then we have, where's print_end and start. Heat soak. There is no print_end in this thing. So why the hell would you name the damn macro print start print end? That makes no sense, dingus. Start end print config makes no sense. Macros. Okay. Load, unload, load check 9, line purge, filament ball. None of these macros are showing up, so that's not working like I thought it would either. Because none of these macros are actually showing up in there. Resume, cancel, pause, resume, cancel. I'm gonna snag my own flipping macros. AR, action response. All right, well, let's go back to dashboard. You see, we only got the layers. Set layer, pause, and next layer. That's all we got. So none of the macros are showing up. So it's all right though. We'll mess with that later. I'm beat, guys. I don't know if you can see it in my eyes. I'm tired. So I'm gonna go. You guys have fun. I'm gonna probably be lurking in on Lee Marie 3D's stream in a little while. Here in about 50 minutes. You guys have fun though. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll talk to you guys all later. Stay out of trouble, stay out of jail. Happy 3D printing. All the things. I'm sorry I was not very entertaining, but I got too hyper focused and not enough like play around, have fun, and drag this out for 4 hours focused. So I'm sorry. Really, I'm just hyped about getting this little printer going so I can get those low voltage cutoffs, which again, if anybody is interested in helping me out with that, give me just a second here. Let me go to Amazon. I'll just drop the wish list link if you guys would like to help me. Be greatly appreciated. Let's see here. Copy the link. There you go. There's the link to the there it is. There's the link to my see, I can't even talk. There's the list to my link to my wish list. The 12 to 30 volt low voltage digital protection disconnect switch cut off lithium ion battery over discharge protection module 2-pack. I need that. It's $12.59, and when you click on it, if you actually go to the product details, it does say that there is a 13% coupon apply, one-time checkout. So if you want to get that for me, you can get it for $12.59 with 13% off. So if you want to buy those and send them to me, click the link, send it my way. I'd be greatly appreciative of that. And when they get here, I can put those in. And then once I can get the batteries that I need, which if anybody is also feeling generous, let's go to Harbor Freight. I know you can see it behind me there. So let's go to harborfreight.com. And let's look up BAUER 20 volt. And we'll just do a search for the 20 volt. They currently have the 20 volt 5 amp hour batteries, a 2-pack of them for sale for $80. They've got a 12 amp hour for $135. Bear in mind, I don't have a charger, so I'll need a charger too. But let me drop this link if anybody would like to. Control V. There's the link to the Harbor Freight Bear stuff. So feel free to click that link. And again, I need the 20 volt batteries. They have 8 amp hour. The 5 amp hour is great. The 12 amp hour would be better, but I need at least 2 batteries. 3 to 4 would be better, and a charger. So if you're interested in purchasing those things to get sent to me, or you want to just send me the money to go buy the things, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo down below. Feel free to click on any one of those links down there. Send me money use the money to buy this, and I will go do that. And when the stuff gets here, or I get done at there, I will go from there. Yeah, I'm not even making sense, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I am wore out, so I will talk to you guys all later. You guys all stay out of trouble, stay out of jail. Happy 3D printing and all that fun stuff. And I will, yeah, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. I'm gonna go in the house.